Whoa, what's poppin', guys? I'm Dave, aka the Fire King, and today we have our WPL Season 6 Week Number 10 matchup. We're going up against Easy Bake. He is coach of the T.Turts, and we both come into this matchup with a 4-5 record, which is not great, but surprisingly, we're still in second place in our division, and 4th overall in our conference, so we're still making the playoffs. We're still in playoffs at this moment. But we gotta win out so we can secure our playoff spot. We gotta win this week, which is we gotta win this game, which is week 10. We gotta win our next week, week 11, and the final week 12. And quick breakdown on my team. I got a mixed attacking M.Victinis choice scarf. I got my Thunderers, my M.Victinis especially defensive, holding the Sludge Bomb, Giga Drain, Roar, and Synthesis. I got my Blastoise specially defensive, holding the Leftovers with Scold, Dragon Pulse, Roar, and Rapid Spin. Configurigus physically defensive, holding Leftovers with Shadow Ball, Willow, Paint Split, and Haze. Miltank specially defensive, holding the Leftovers with Body Slam, Stealth Rocks, Milk Drink, and Ice Punch. And Easy Big brought his Phone, Clefable, Dragonite, Starmie, Mega Aggron, and Stunkfish. I'm just going to lead off with my Scarf M.Victini. Let's lead off with Stunkfish. A Blue Flare wouldn't have knocked him out. It did like 40% to him, and I didn't want to take a T-Wave. So he goes for an Earth Power. Does 29% to me. Well, I switch on to my Miltank. Does 29% to me. Gets a special defense drop. We're just going to change to Rocks here. And there you go. We just exchanged Rocks. And here I'm going to go into my M.Victinis because I see this as a perfect opportunity to get my Mega Evolution off. Because my M.Victinis walls the Stunkfisk. And with this set I'm running, well, the Giga Drain is 30% to the aggro, but he's not Mega yet. Now he's Mega. And he goes for the rest. I had Leech Seed on my M.Victinis, but I switched the last minute for Leech Seed because I didn't want the Dragonite to set up on me. So I just go for a Rare there, into the Starmie. I don't want to take a Psychic, and a double Psychic will knock my Miltank out, and he shows his Life Orb. So now I know my Scarf M.Victini could outspeed him. And here I go into my Scarf M.Victini. I do have Blue Bolt Strike, and I go for it here because the Blue Flare will not knock out the Starmie, and a Scold and a Hydro. I think Skull did a lot to me, and Hydro Pump knocked me out. So I go for a Bolt Strike, but it was pretty obvious that I was Choice Scarf bringing in M.Victini there. As he goes into the Stunkfisk, as I go for the Blue Bolt Strike, obviously he's immune with the Stunkfisk. I'm going to switch out now, which sucks, because when I come back in, I got to take another round of Stealth Rocks. He goes for a Discharge on my M.Victinis. He goes on to the Dragonite, and his multi-scale breaks there, as I go for the Giga Drain. And now he gets leftover recoveries. He goes for a Fly. Good thing he wasn't what is it? Metal Herb? I think it was Metal Herb. It's a Power Herb. Sorry, I think I said Mental Herb, but it's Power Herb. Good thing he wasn't Power Herb. He would have gone for the Fly, ate his berry, and then hit me with the Fly right away. So good thing he wasn't Power Herb. So he goes for the Fly here. So now this gives me a switch into my Configurigus. Ow, he gives me a switch into Configurigus, and he goes for a Fly. The 28% to me. And now click Willow if I'm not mistaken. And he goes for the sub. I go for the Willow. He's behind a sub, so I can't Willow him. But I do have a Haze just in case he wants to DD. Okay, there you go. There's the DD. And the thing I click Shadow Ball though to break his sub, because he can't knock me out next turn. And now he goes for a sub. Now I go for the Haze. Haze luckily goes through sub. And here I think I just click Shadow Ball. Yeah, because I have to break the sub. So he goes for a Dragon Dance. He's still trying to set up. I go for the Dragon Dance. Break the sub, luckily. I heard it was shown I could break the sub with the Shadow Ball. Here he goes for the Fly. I go for a Haze. And luckily even him being in the air, the Haze, still activates. I still get rid of his boost. So now I go for the Willow. As he went for the Fly there, gives me the chance to go for the Willow. And now this Dragonite is no longer a threat whatsoever, being burned. He goes on to the Aggron. I just had to click Shadow Ball. There's 22% to the Mega Aggron. Get a special defense drop, which is nice. And here switches out to the Clefable as I went for a Shadow Ball. And now I think I just, I go into my M.Victinis here. And he goes for the Calm Mind. So I'm going to click Sludge Bomb here. And see how much this thing does. Even him plus 1 special defense, it did 46% to him. And they get the poison, but it's not going to do anything because he's going to be Magic Guard. And he goes for another Calm Mind. So here I click Roar because he goes for the Soft Boil. So I click Roar because he's starting to set up. He goes onto the Stunkfisk. I roar him onto the Stunkfisk. Here I'm going to click Giga Drain. As he goes on to the Dragonite, takes a round of right-click synthesis, takes a round of a burn, and then he came in on the rocks. And here he pulls a double. So I just go for the roar there. Moving his team around. Especially with these rocks, it's nice. He goes for the Earthquake. It's 13% to me. I should have just knocked him out there, to be honest with you, but I thought he was going to switch. I roll him onto the Ballistiphone. Here I go into Blastoise. As he goes for the Z Inferno Overdrive. And I'm lefties. During team building, I wanted to bring a AV Blastoise, but I decided to go with lefties because I wanted the little recovery with lefties. But after seeing this, I should have brought the AV set. Here he goes for the Shadow Ball. I predicted him to go into the Storm. He predicted me to go for a Skull, so I went for a Dark Pulse, but he stays in. And next turn, I will go out, where I will die to the Shadow Ball. Here he gets the Beast Boost, and I go to my Scarf Victini right here. I already pretty much revealed I was scarfed against the Starmie, but now I could just revenge kill the Black Ballistiphone, or something's gonna take two blue flares and die. And he just lets the Ballistiphone go down. Victini evening out the game here 5-5. Or no, I'm down 4-5, sorry. He goes on to the Starmie. Blue flare will not knock him out. He goes for the Hydro Pump. He misses. Here he goes for the Hydro Pump again. It lands. I live on 11. Takes Life Orb damage and then knock him out with my Shadow Ball. He goes on to the Clefable. I just gotta let Cofagrigus go down here. It already did his job walling the Dragonite, and I got the burn on it too. So here I could go on to Mega Venusaur. Click Sludge Bomb. It's fine. He goes into aggro. It's perfectly fine. He goes for the Sleep Talk. He shows he's Sleep Talk, and he gets rest. So I'm just gonna roar him out into the Stunkfist. And here's a little Stallfist between my Mega Venusaur and the Stunkfist, because he shows he's he goes for this discharge, hoping he gets the paralysis on me. I keep going for Giga Drains. Let me go get my little guy really quick. Let me put pause really here. Sorry, my little son's running all over the place. A little Stallfist because he's between my Mega Venusaur and his Stunkfist. Here he switches out as I go for the Synthesis. And he goes for he went on to the aggro. Now he gets a Sleep Talk Heavy Slam. I just click Roar again into the Stunkfist. And I think here's another little Stallfist. I go for Giga Drain and he shows he's Pain Split. So now I gotta just keep going for Sludge Bombs, trying to get a Poison, and he's trying to Pain Split and Discharge and trying to get me Paralysis. But now I gotta go for Sludge Bombs, whittle him down enough. If I get the Poison, great. If I don't, I just gotta whittle him enough to where Giga Drain knocks him out. As you see here, little Stallfist, Sludge Bomb, get a crit. He goes for the Discharge. That means next turn I will go for the Giga Drain and I will knock this thing out. There you go. And he goes on to the aggron. He wakes up and just goes for another rest. And I go for the Roar, bringing out the Clefable, and I just will Sludge Bomb. And I go for another Sludge Bomb as he goes for a Calm Mind, but that's fine because the next Sludge Bomb will knock the Clefable out. And there you go. And here he goes on to the Dragonite, sacking it off to my rocks. Now he goes on to the Mega Aggron. As you guys hear my little guy there. The Giga Drain. And now he gets cursed. So now I gotta switch out to Victini and hope he doesn't get a Sleep Talk Heavy Slam, or else he will knock me out and I will be in a bit of a trouble. He goes for the Sleep Talk. He gets a curse. Thankfully he didn't get a Heavy Slam. Now I go for Blue Flare and I knock out the Mega Aggron. If he would have got the Sleep Talk Heavy Slam on my Victini, I don't know how the game would have turned out, because I think 2 T-Bolts would have knocked out the Aggron from my Thundurus, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, thankfully he didn't get the Sleep Talk Heavy Slam on my switch out to Victini. And that is GG to Easy Bake. We are now, after this, we are now 5-5. It's not the best record. And I think our differential is at +6. Like I said, even after this week, we're still in 2nd place in our division, 4th overall in our conference, so we're still making playoffs at this point. But like I said, we just got to win out week 11 and week 12. And Victini picked up 2 kills, Cofagrigus picked up 1, Mega Venusaur picked up 2, and Miltank picked up 1. And that's it. With that, I will see you guys next time. Later.